first with a question from the FPL Cougars, some other Wildcats out there. So hi to Kieran and Chris. They want to know our thoughts on Man City attacking assets and cheap goalkeeper rotation versus set and forget. So I'll check this one out to Brett first.
So there's sort of two questions there, wasn't there? So
yeah.
With Man City assets, obviously there's so many of them to choose from, isn't there? So it's that question of which one do you go for? Do you go for KDB, Sane, Mahrez? Is KDB going to be back in time for the first game week? That kind of thing. I just feel like they're all good options, but it's still 2 weeks to go, so it is still a bit of a lottery. Like there's still more information that we can wait for. And let's not forget they're playing the Community Shield like a week before as well. I think we don't need to decide right this second which one to go for, because of their fixtures. Like we know we're going to have at least one Man City option, maybe two. But until they play the Community Shield and it gives us an idea of who's going to start, it's very difficult to say which one's the best. I want Sane at the moment. Personally, I've got Sane in my team. I fancy to have KDB over Sane, but because of that lack of guarantee that KDB will make game week 1, I've gone for Sane instead, and because of the rest that he's had from the World Cup. So Sane is the most appealing to me, but the more I think about Mahrez, I do quite like him as an option. I think, is he like 0.5 million cheaper than Sane as well? Maybe he's a slightly cheaper option. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think so. But on your note of Sane, I know FPL managers went into a little bit of a meltdown after he scored the goal. Pep, in a interview afterwards, said something about the fact that he needs to play more football and he isn't where he needs to be at the moment. So I think a lot of FPL managers are suddenly going, oh gosh, does that mean he might not be played as often, or will he get game time? Yeah, so I just thought I'd chuck that out there.
He's out my side. I'm taking him out now.
Put it into the melting pot, Yeah, he's in my team.
He's in mine as well. Why are you scaring me like that?
Sorry. What about you, Kurt? You're going to round us off with a Sane in your team, or
he
not so
was
much?
in my team,
but
Kurt, I transferred him out already.
Okay.
Just not taking that risk.
Just don't take that risk. But I hear what you're saying, Brett. I think Mahrez got something like 12 goals and 11 assists last season in 36 games. So he's a good asset if Pep's going to play him for sure. It's slightly cheaper to Sane,
Well, yeah. I mean, it's only 2 years ago he got Player of the Season. We know he's got amazing pedigree. He's done it season on season, really, except maybe one off season where there was a little bit of controversy with Leicester and sacking Ranieri, that kind of thing. But we know he's got that kind of season in him. He is an explosive option. So he could do another Salah, like Salah was last season. He signed an African player, ends up getting 32, 33 goals in the season, breaks the record. And Mahrez could do it for his new team. You wouldn't put it past him because he's one player of the year in the Premier League. So he does excite me as an option, and he could be one to have from the start, like we had with Salah before. But even when you're talking about Sane, and it makes you work, like we haven't even kicked the ball yet. It's 2 weeks until the season starts, and we're already worried about the Pep rotation. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I just prefer going for KDB. If I knew KDB was coming back for game week 1, I'd just go for him because I know he's a 10 million outlay. But he's the one player that is guaranteed to start. You can't guarantee David Silva. You can't guarantee Sterling. You can't guarantee Sane. You can't guarantee Mahrez. At least with KDB, he's going to play every game. So if he's confirmed for game week 1, then I go KDB personally.